guys, and welcome back to another fabulous Friday. I am James Cuellar.
And I'm Leah Hill.
And we are from the University of Oklahoma Weather Lab with your weekly regional forecast starting on Friday, February 15th, 2019. What are we looking forward to for this podcast?
A lot. So you're going to look at these temperature outlooks and you're going to be shocked because you'll see a lot of blues in it. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to be discussing who will have the greatest chances for rain. And then we also have a bit of a drought update. So James, those 6 to 10 day temps. Tell us the story about that.
They are absolutely crazy. Mm-hmm. We have very high chances for below average temperatures across the majority of the western part of the United States, and even a little bit up in New England. We are going to be expecting those below average temperatures as we have deep troughing that's going to be dominating across the western 2/3 of the United States. However, that does favor a very high chance of above average temperatures across the southeast. So in places like Florida, we are going to be experiencing some very warm temperatures, some unseasonably warm temperatures actually for the month of February. Now, in terms of precipitation, we have pretty much all the United States is going to be seeing above average precipitation. We do have a small pocket in the Big Bend area in Texas that will be more than likely seeing below average precipitation. But in terms of the majority of the country, we do have bullseyes in Phoenix and in Atlanta in the Appalachian region where we will be seeing above average precipitation. Now, how about the next couple weeks, though? Looking a little bit farther out.
Yeah, so, it's kind of surprising because we've been seeing this deep trough pattern for the past couple weeks now, and then because of it, a lot of us are seeing those really high percentages of the chances for below average temperatures. And we're seeing that again for the 8 to 14 day time frame. So that is all in the western coast. And even out through the Midwest and upper Midwest, we have those chances for those below average temperatures. 80% chance of that in Nevada, Utah, up through Idaho, even in through California as well. But then if you look on the eastern coast, completely different story. Florida, 70% chance of above average temperatures as we go through the next couple weeks. But a pretty similar story with the precip that you mentioned. Around the Appalachian area, so in Atlanta, Tennessee, being up through Kentucky. Again, that is the highest chance where they see that above average precip for the 8 to 14 day time frame. And then we have another bullseye of that down near Phoenix in New Mexico as well. And then the drought monitor.
Yeah, so we actually have not seen a whole lot of change in terms of the drought monitor. We do see a little bit of an expansion in western Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle where we are seeing abnormally dry conditions. But in terms of drought, we haven't seen very much change from last week. So it is both a good and a bad thing, especially for the Four Corners region where they're still looking for some relief. But hopefully that precipitation over the next couple weeks will be helping out in terms of the drought there.
Yes, an area where that high precipitation is possible, it also includes that Four Corners region. So we will be watching that. But once again, this podcast has been brought to you by the University of Oklahoma Weather Lab, and we are partnered with the Southern Climate Impacts Planning Program. We post these podcasts every Friday.
Yes, and you can find those podcasts on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and on Twitter.
Have a great week, everyone.